In less than 10 months, this puppy is geared to open Universal Kids Resort in Frisco, Texas. Universal is a name that people worldwide know. They are boss level when it comes to entertainment. You've seen Theme Park HD's drone videos. They're amazing. They give you a great look at the construction that's taking place. And if you just think back to a year or two ago, this was pretty much flat land. So they've done a really good job at getting all the infrastructure in. Now check out the hotel. The backside still has that dense glass covering, but they've added some pops of the color to the left side. And thanks to my fabulous 3D rendering, we're going to jump in via Planet Coaster 2 and take a look at what this could look like from first person point of view, because I've redesigned it a bit. Take a look at the Jurassic coaster, the Cretaceous coaster. This is the reason that they pumped the age up perhaps from 9 to 11. Even adults could enjoy that. It's like Flight of the Hippogriff. You can see the hotel murals on the side. No, they're not the real mural. I just put something there with color. We're going to take a ride on a little shuttle. There's that mural again, just to give you a sense of what color on the side of the hotel could look like. And then we're going to round the bend and see a sign that says, "Welcome to Frisco." I've used some license to be creative here, put things in that I don't necessarily know will be there. But take a look at the colors, guys. This hotel took a lot of slack for being a little cheap in the minds of some, but it really pops. It's a children's hotel, holds 300 people. I think it's really cool. There's so much promise there. So let's walk in. We've got the security guard to the right. We're going to take a look at what this hotel has to offer. We've got the spinning globe, not the actual one, just one that I put there. Now to check out that map, I want you to look at the little pool. Now look at it in 3D. Such a tiny area on the map, but when you're in it in first person point of view, which I'm about to do here, you can see how the little colorful umbrellas really accompany, or they just add so much to the hotel. They fit perfectly. Colorful little umbrellas. Look at that. That's what it might look like from the pool. Again, I'm using author's license here. This is my creation, not theirs. They could look a little different, but I'm going based on the latest concept map, which was released on Father's Day. Now, the exciting part, you're going to have tons of food there. All kinds of creative foods. And when you think of the promise this place holds, they could get really crafty. Check out the kid in the lounge chair. His feet are sunburned, poor guy. Somebody tell him to put sunscreen on, zinc oxide, something. Now, not only is this hotel extremely colorful, but there are about 6 lands in there just waiting to be explored. And we're going to do some of that in a moment. So stay put. We'll start inside the hotel. Surely there'll be some kind of shopping either in or around it. There's going to be a customized Gabby's Dollhouse experience, so you'll have shirts for sale, all kinds of merch, toys. Once you come out, you're going to see this beautiful rapids ride that loops around. There's a troll sign up there, just my own design. The beautiful rapid ride wraps around the entire resort. So let's take a hop on this rapids ride and see what things look like from its point of view. Here we are floating along on the Minions waterway. The purple minions are in a war with the is it yellow minions? And they've taken over a resort is the theme that's in the middle of this entire Universal Studios Kids Resort. There was the roller coaster, not the real thing. Did you all see it pass by? Now, we're going to start off here in Bikini Bottom. This could bring a lot of adults to the park because many adults in my generation are familiar with SpongeBob. So they'll have the rock and tug ride, which you can see to the right. 2 spinning rides where you can shoot water at the people on the other side, I believe, or maybe targets. They're going to have an undulating ride that goes around and around in circles, which you'll see, but you're going to have a chance to explore SpongeBob's neighborhood. So if you look up, there's Bargain Mart in the distance. In the SpongeBob show, there's actually a place called Bargain Mart where you can go shopping. It'll be cool to see what's actually inside Bargain Mart. You can see some of the bubbles all around because we're promised that on the beach you'll see bubbles float by. We'll see how that comes to fruition. More of these colorful umbrellas sprinkled everywhere so you can sit in shade. We all know Texas gets hot. You can sit in shade and enjoy all the delicious treats that are themed after the 6 lands. All right, not just Dino Nuggets. We want some other treats. But if they have Dino Nuggets, that's cool. It's all about the sauce. All right, so take a look in the distance. You can see the undulating ride, the ride that goes up and down and round and round and round and round and round and round that was on Theme Park HD's map many episodes ago. So here's a look at what it could look like to ride that thing. Okay. There are undulating walls, like not on the ride, but surrounding that area on the map. Now, there are splash areas. If you look at this group of teenagers off in the distance, behind them, you can see the splash play zones where kids will probably be able to tromp and play. So if you've got little ones, they should really enjoy that. But these kids need to move. I'm about to pick them up and transport them. Let's go, guys. They're going where this older group should be, which is Jurassic Park land. I'm going to ship them all the way over here to where they really like to play. Right near the Cretaceous coaster. If you check it out, look to the right, and I believe you'll see the Cretaceous coaster whipping by at the speed of Flight of the Hippogriff. A very, very fun ride. There's a dragon there, or a dinosaur. Excuse me. This is Jurassic Park. We're not doing dragons, we're doing dinosaurs. And look at that. You've got a dinosaur experience where you can walk around the back of the park and meet and greet and maybe see eggs hatch. Who knows what they've got up their sleeves. Okay, we're going to come around and see the drop towers. Now, they'll be a little smaller than this, but on the concept map, there are 2 drop towers that should be kind of fun. And I think next we should head into Puss in Boots Land, where I guess there are live cat adoptions going on. Lots of fun to be had, maybe some Tex-Mex. Oh, look, you can see the swings, the Puss in Boots swings in the distance. That should be fun. I'm excited because, well, it's Puss in Boots. There'll be food, swings, live cat adoptions, and something called Barrels of Leche. I don't know if that's a food, but I designed a restaurant in here you'll see later called Barrels of Leche. Thanks to the inspiration. You've got strings of lights in the concept map. I love when lights are strung up. It just makes it look so cool. And there are little archways that have delicate, ornate design on the new concept map. You don't really see that here, but we'll see what comes. Now, let's see. We're going to come around past the swings. Oh my! In the distance, I think I see something over there in Shrekland. Far, far away. There's a swamp, and there's a ride that you can actually ride around. Amazing. Let's take a look. Time to dive into Shrek's Swamp. Here's a little sign I created with a bridge leading toward it. And in this land, I anticipate that they'll have really cool things. I'm hoping they have the hot dogs. Those hot dogs that are wrapped in batter with pizza seasoning. That should be good. Swamp dogs. So we're going to see some live entertainment, some meet and greets, a ride around. Okay, so maybe this little ride around Shrek's Swamp will be on an onion cart. The first concept map featured little onion carts, or maybe some other type of car. But we'll take a peek from up high. Look down. Do you see that little car riding around? Your kids or you will have a chance to see perhaps Dragon, the 3 little pigs, some of the things from the Shrek movie. We've got a little place to eat there where you can see the onion cars as you're eating. And an onion that I put in the background. You're welcome. A blue onion. Because yes, blue onions do exist. All right, we're going to just peek what's going on here for a while. Someone's eating. See what I'm talking about? Food. 3 to 11. Right. When there's food, there are adults. Where there's food, there are adults. Okay. And we will see an adult restaurant in here later. I'm kind of excited about. I made this one up, but I'm sure they'll have something like it for parents. Hey, no, parents don't just want to eat hot dogs and burgers and nuggets all day. All right, so we've got Shrek Swamp here. You're going to stroll around. In the concept map, it's not surrounded by wooden fences. It has bushes, but I just wanted to make this, to size so it would look complete. I don't know if it's going to necessarily go that direction or the other direction based on the map. All right, so what we're seeing here is, I guess, more footage. It's a little hard to see the video with this big strip that says record. So I'm seeing roller coaster here. No, I'm seeing bridge here. All right, so we're still strolling around Shrekland on our cart. In a moment, we should see the dragon pop up. I put him somewhere in here. You can see all the lands around you as you stroll around in the cart. All right. Oh, you can even catch a shot of the hotel, but now we're on the Minions water ride again. Look at that hotel in the distance. That looks so cool, right? Okay, so as we zoom around, we're going to come to a part where it actually goes downhill. That should be fun. And as we pass downhill, we should see a restaurant called Barrels of Leche. Not sure if that's going to be a restaurant in the real thing or just an item you can purchase. I don't know. It's fun to imagine. There's a whirlpool that this water ride takes you on where you go round and round and round and then dump out through this little wall I created. You can find that on the map, which I may post a picture of in the comments. All right, now As we come out through this, I believe I put some footage in here of what it might look like to dine in an adult restaurant as you watch the water ride pass by. So you're eating your delicious pasta as you watch the Minions Wave Runner, ascend upward. Look at this beautiful, beautiful theming in the adult restaurant, aka Barrels of Leche. All right, I did take some of those buildings from the workshop. I don't want to not give credit where credit's due. So we're back on the water ride, riding past the hotel. Isn't that fun? This is relaxing. I mean, I love water rides. If you don't like to get wet, put on a poncho, as I always say. Just check out, ignore the fact that I put a light on this raft. I was just experimenting with different styles. Check out how you can see the hotel as you stroll by. That to me is pretty cool. All right, what's next? What's next? I'm pointing at something. Oh, Gabby's dollhouse should be in there somewhere. They're also going to have a Trollify Me experience where you can maybe get dressed up to look like a troll. That would be cool if they had wigs you could put on that didn't fall off on the roller coaster. Makeup, all that. All right, so we're coming merrily along toward, I believe, Bikini Bottom. I see some yellows and some blues. Bubbles should pop up in the distance if we're near the beach. And we've got some motors spinning around that shoot out bubbles. Author's license again here. But hopefully this gave you a good sense of what the park could look like. I'm sure it'll look better when they build it because Universal knows what they're doing. But this gives you a sense of the size. Although we've got a 97-acre plot where a third is taken up by parking lot, this park is sizable. As you can see, looking around, there's lots to take in, regardless of the fact that the actual park's like 30-something acres. There's a lot to do here and it's fun. So hey, I'm excited. Oh, look at that shot. I'm so proud of myself for making that sign. Barrels of Leche. I did stick that on a building that someone else made called Summer House in the workshop. This, on the other hand, the Minions Resort in the middle, is something I crafted. You can tell from how it looks. All right, so there is going to be a Minions Resort in the middle. Again, check the comments for the link to what that map looks like. So here's an aerial shot again from the sky, and hopefully you get a chance to visit this place. Tickets will go on sale at the end of this year. If you have kids, they'll love it. If you don't have kids, you'll love it because Universal never fails to excite anyone who visits. They're amazing. And I'm excited they're coming to Texas. And now let's revisit the lands so we can all get excited about this. Trolls Land, where you can have the Trollify Me experience. Yes, you can be made up to look like a troll. You can also ride the Troller Coaster. Maybe you can try Trolls Treats. There are live concerts with singing and dancing. Dance with Diamond and Friends. Let's not forget Shrek. Will it be far, far away, or will it be Shrek's swamp? Whatever the case, you'll be able to ride around in Shrek's land. Maybe you'll get to try a swamp dog, an immersive fun experience with meet and greets, and who knows what types of tasty treats. Come on down and see Puss in Boots and Perrito. There'll be live cat adoptions, a swing ride, all kinds of fun experiences. And did I forget to mention, maybe they'll have Tex-Mex. Southwestern decor, food and more, curvilineal gables. Look at that nice little rounded architecture. Love it. Look at the arches. Those are going to be so decorative. And look at the little tables. I think I see tables with white tablecloths. That excites me. That means there's food. I'm really excited now. And then there's Jurassic Park. Camp Cretaceous. I can't wait to ride that Cretaceous coaster. It's as fast as Flight of the Hippogriff, and that's fast enough for me. Ooh, drop towers. A dinosaur experience. Maybe a lit up ride inside that large building. Could there be a little trail that you walk to the top right where you meet and greet dinosaurs, watch dinosaur eggs hatch, and all the other stuff that you could do? Wow. What they're going to do with this area really fascinates me, and I can't wait to see it. But for now, it's kind of a mystery. Moving on, SpongeBob SquarePants for all you 90s kids or adults. SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom, Goo Lagoon. Who doesn't love those environments? You get to see Patrick and Squidward and maybe eat Krabby Patties, and you get to visit Bargain Mart. Look at that. The top right looks like a treasure box. There are spinning rides galore, rides where you can kind of shoot water at the other team, the undulating ride that I showed you in Planet Coaster, and tons of splash and play areas. Can't wait to see what the food is, as with all the other areas. Popping bubbles, obtaining your boating license, visiting SpongeBob's neighborhood. Why not? perusing Gabby's dollhouse. Who doesn't want to walk around a dollhouse? Now, this is more for the little ones, but hey, it's a customized experience. It's art. Okay, now this one I'm kind of afraid to give a name to. It's in the middle of the entire resort. It looks like a little hut, but maybe it's called Isle of Curiosity. I saw something about that online. Minion Island, that's what I'll call it for now. Anyhow, it features this water ride that wraps all around the park where the purple minions and the yellow minions are at war and they're destroying this whole, hotel villa area. But you get to maybe pick a side, throw some water, try not to get squirted, wear your poncho, and you get to meet and greet with the minions and try all sorts of cool treats.
Description of each land. They don't give you a whole lot. Like I heard about the boating experience somewhere else, but the descriptions are cool enough. I mean, look at Jurassic World. It's a journey of exploration where kids can learn about and come face to face with dinosaurs of Jurassic World in uniquely exciting and interactive ways. I love that Universal leaves it kind of vague. There's excitement in that. We've got info on Trolls Land, Puss in Boots. It's a legendary day with Puss in Boots in Del Mar as the kitty adoption drive is in full swing, with colorful decorations, sideshow games, fun rides, and festive foods. So kind of a midway type of thing where they can play games. We've got something on Gabby's Dollhouse here where there are interactive play areas, shady lawns for rest and recharge, plus an immersive retail experience. Ooh, there's going to be tons of merch for those little ones in your family that are into Gabby's Dollhouse. So visit their site. They do have a little button you click where you can be the first to know about things that happen. So I've already clicked it. Hopefully you do too, but I'm excited about this place. Super, super excited. Whether or not it's for kids, it's Universal.